Baby Lasagna's Tim Tagi Dim is a song that's going to represent Croatia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 in Sweden. Now, if you are like me and I am a Croat, my name is Hrvoje Međo, I am a vocal coach, singer, songwriter, musician. Pozdrav svima, nadam se da ste dobro. You probably never heard of Baby Lasagna. It's a pretty unknown name in Croatia, well, until now, but as soon as I've heard this song live at Dora, and I didn't listen to any song before Dora, I didn't want to, let's say, spoil my experience. As soon as I've heard it and as soon as I've seen the live performance, I said this song is gonna win, because in my opinion this song has everything Eurovision song kind of has to have, at least nowadays. Like, Eurovision has changed a lot in years. In early stages, I would say that Eurovision definitely put the song first, lyrics and arrangements and stuff like that, but nowadays I think it's more about the explosive performance, and yet still about the song. Now, this song, in my opinion, really has everything. First of all, the song is incredibly catchy. Heavy riff, incredible beat, just like fast, and it starts immediately extreme. And the song, the lyrics are very simple to remember. Tim Tagi Dim. And that's something that every single country in Europe can sing. So you don't have to be Croat to sing Tim Tagi Dim. Everybody can do it. And I think that's a very big plus about the song. Now, the other thing, if you really go into the lyrics, they're not just random lyrics. This guy is singing about leaving his home country, going into a big city, and that's a theme that happens in Croatia and in Balkan, like in these parts of the world, a lot nowadays. And he also sings about the countryside, about his cows, about his cat. Very interesting stuff. If you know anything about Croatia, you would definitely resonate with this song. Now, one thing that I really love is obviously this guy won Dora, which is the contest where they pick the song that will represent Croatia at the Eurovision. And since he was a very unknown name, it's kind of very wild that he won. But at the same time, that really brings back faith to me in these things, because you know, you always have somewhere in the back of your mind that these things might be rigged a bit, or you know, that only famous performers, singers can win this. But this guy just proved that if you come with a great song and a great performance, that doesn't have to be a case, you can still win. And that's what really makes me happy the most. And I really have a good feeling that Croatia is going to be at least in the top 3 at Eurovision this year. Although I haven't really listened to other songs, so that's just my guess, but I have a feeling that this song can really go high. And I even think that, I don't know, we might win this year. Just a quick shameless plug, I'm posting my first ever original song and music video on Friday, 1st of March. The song is called Will Anybody Ever Hear These Songs? It's kind of a pop rock song, and I really put my heart and soul into it. I think it has a very deep message, and I would really appreciate if you are here on Friday and share the song if you enjoy it. It will mean the world to me, and thank you to all of you that watched my videos before, that you shared them around, that you support it in any way, especially my Patreon supporters. But let's go back to Dora. I would like to tell you a couple of thoughts about Dora in general. Now, in my opinion, this Dora was way more stronger in the sense of songs that they've had than maybe a couple of last years. There were definitely more upbeat songs and better produced songs, and just in general better performances. Now, one thing that was a minus about Dora this year, there were 2 semi-final nights leading up to the finals, and especially in the first night, the performers weren't really as happy with the in-ear monitoring. Some of them said that they didn't really hear themselves very clearly, which kind of resulted in a lot of performances not really singing completely on pitch. I'm not saying this is live performance, so you know, it's obvious you can have small mistakes here and there. We're humans, that's natural. But at the same time, a lot of them were above this level that I expect from these sorts of competition. But at the same time, Vinko Čemeraš, who won Croatia's The Voice, I think season 3, sang completely right and beautiful, and he has just an incredible voice. Like, if you haven't listened to that guy, he's an amazing singer. Vinko Čemeraš, beautiful kind of rock, grungy singer, amazing guy. He sang perfectly, so it can't be all because of the monitoring. Some singers are just better trained, and Vinko Čemeraš basically showed a masterclass of how you should sing. Now, basically, Vinko's professional career just started a couple of years ago, and he's already an A-tier singer, and he's just like, he sounds so natural. But there were singers that have a very long career that really sang very poorly. Now, you probably know already who I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, it could happen to everybody, but again, this is a wake-up call to everybody that wants to compete in these sort of things, that they should bring their A game. Practice, 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 pick a great song, do a great arrangement, because arrangement dictates a lot of things. And in my opinion as well, if you're going to get into these sort of competitions, you really need to put a lot of effort into your stage performance, into dancing if a song requires that, in the visuals. For example, Vinko's song was amazing, a beautiful ballad, but maybe it was a bit, visually maybe boring, I have nothing against it, but I'm thinking about like general things. Maybe that cost him a couple of points, but still he's a runner-up and he was amazing. Another song and performance that I really loved and that really ranked high, I believe maybe 4th or 5th place at the end, was Marcella's Gasoline. It started kind of in this Dua Lipa sound, but the chorus was explosive and she's beautiful, she sings extremely good. The whole packaging, the image, the visuals on stage, everything was in line like how I imagine a song for these sort of things to be. She proved once again that she deserves the spotlight. She's an incredible singer and I'm sure that we haven't heard the last of her. Marcella, I wish you all the best in your career. One song that went a bit under the radar was Boris Stok's Can We Talk. Now this song is definitely not the most explosive one. It's maybe not even the most interesting song out of the whole bunch, but it's a very beautiful Nick Cave kind of song. But one reason why I absolutely loved it is in the way he sang it. He has this rich baritone quality and he sang it perfectly. Out of all these performances, Boris Tok, Chemerash and a few others were completely pitch perfect. All of the others had maybe a few imperfections here and there. Some were a bit more off, but this guy is definitely a smooth singer and performer. And I don't know, I really enjoyed the song. Maybe it's not the best pick for Eurovision, but still a very beautiful song. And I fell asleep the other night and I played it in my head over and over. So yeah, that has to mean something. All in all, I'm really impressed and happy with this year's Dora competition. Definitely pushing the limits where we need to, and I hope that this trajectory is just going to go upwards and upwards. And baby Lasagna, I wish you all the best and I hope you win in Sweden.